Hello everyone, I'm Arunima from Knit-A-Knotta, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make cables using Tunisian crochet. So this is a very simple swatch which has a cable and I'm going to continue making this so that you can see how to make this exact same cable, basically continue this cable. So to be able to make this, you need to know a couple of things. You need to know how to make the purl stitch, you need to know how to make a knit stitch, and you will need another hook which is the same size as the one as this, the one that you're using as your primary hook. I happen to have another Tunisian crochet hook which is the same size. You can use a regular hook to do this too, but that will add an additional step. The reason why a Tunisian hook is better is something I will explain as we go. So when I'm using this, then you'll be able to see why it's better to use a Tunisian hook. And so let's get started. So in this swatch, the cable is at the center and it's made of knit stitches, and the two panels here on the side, they're all purl stitches. So I'm going to start with, so this is a swatch which has 10 stitches in all. The first stitch, last stitch, 2 purl stitches here, 2 purl stitches here, and 4 knit stitches at the center. So you start with 2 purl stitches in the beginning, so that's 1 and 2, and then 4 knit stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, another purl stitch, and then another, so 2 purl stitches, and the final last stitch. So if you are unaware of how to make the purl and knit stitches, I have separate tutorials for those which you are welcome to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and make the return pass just like I normally would, and that's it. So I'm going to make one more row like this before I start working on the cable twist. And 2 purl, 4 knit, 2 more purl, and last stitch. So that makes up the non-twist section of my cable here. So now I'm going to go ahead and make the twist. So for that, my purl stitches remain the same. So the first 2 stitches are going to be purl stitches. So that's 1 purl, 2 purl, and to make the twist, so I have 4 knit stitches. I'm going to divide them right in the middle, so 2 on the right and 2 on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 2 on the right and these 2 on the left, I'm going to twist here. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the first 2 and make a knit stitch in the next 2. Make sure that your yarn is not too tight, just leave it loose naturally. So that and that, 2 knit stitches. Now this is how it looks, and now we have these 2 stitches here that we will make our knit stitches in. That is where I'm going to use my second hook. So this is the first one. I'm going to insert it knitwise, pick up the yarn and make a knit stitch, and do the same for the next one. Again, make sure that the yarn is not too tight at the back. Now take the next one and make a stitch knitwise. Now I'm going to insert these two hooks at the front here. So I'm going to pull these all the way to the end of this hook here and pick them with my working Tunisian crochet hook, regular working Tunisian crochet hook. So there you go. So that is how the twist is made, and I'm going to work my 2 purl stitches and my last stitch. So you see how I removed the stitches from the end over here. If you're using a regular crochet hook, you might be using one of those which does not have which is not an ergonomic hook, which does not have anything here, so the stitches are easy to slide off those as well. But if it's an ergonomic hook, or if it's one of the ones from the Clover series, if I use this hook, I won't be able to slide the stitches off from the back, so that won't work out. In that case, I'd have to transfer these stitches from this hook to another and then back to my working hook, which adds an additional step, and while it's doable, I recommend using another Tunisian hook. A smaller hook, a slightly smaller hook might work. It doesn't, again, I recommend using the same size hook, but if you don't have the same size hook, so say if you're using a 6.5 mm, maybe a 6mm hook will work, but not something that's very different. So that's the reason I use another Tunisian hook. Now going back, making my return pass. So just make sure that these twisted stitches are picked up in the right order while making the reverse pass. And that's it. So that's how you make the twist. And the next 4 rows are going to be just like the previous, the 2 before this. So 2 purl, and then 4 knit. So it'll be slightly hard to find those stitches. So this is the first knit. Now this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. So 1 knit, 2 knit, 3 knit, 4 knit, and 2 purl stitches. And the last stitch. Just make the reverse pass like you normally would. I'm going to make 2 more rows of exactly the same. So that's 1, 2 purl, 4 knit, 2 more purl, last stitch, and you can see that twist here more easily now. It's just like the previous one. So this is a very simple pattern, except for the twist, the rows that require the where we make the twist, all the other rows are exactly the same. So there's 4 rows of 2 purl, 4 knit, 2 purl, and then 1 row of the twist, then 4 rows of 2 purl, 4 knit, 2 purl, and a twist. So it keeps going, and that's how you make a simple cable using Tunisian crochet. So I have a pattern coming up which is going to use these cables, And here is a little peek of it. I'm working on writing the pattern right now, and it will be available on my blog. So please feel free to check it out. I will update the description once I have the pattern up on the blog. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I have a bunch of tutorials on my channel if you'd like to learn more Tunisian crochet. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in my other tutorials. Bye bye.